and welcome back to our channel, The Spotlight Beyond Profession, in our segment, The Spotlight Decodes. Today in this segment, we are going to discuss about renewable energy. Why there is a discussion for renewable energy and why there is a buzz in the market about renewable energy and why the big conglomerates and big business houses are entering in this business pattern or in this new business segment of renewable energy. In today's time, in our daily life, we cannot think without electricity. It's a fact. Because every household things are getting converted and transformed into electricity. And without electricity, we cannot even charge our mobile, which is the biggest necessity of our life today. So now the point is how this electricity is generated and how much is the requirement for this electricity in our day-to-day basis. Because India is a huge country and we are having 140 billion population and every single population requires electricity, and the government is always projecting for electricity to each and every single individual. Now we need to understand the source of this electricity, how this electricity is getting generated. So there are two different kind of sources for this electricity generation. Number one is that renewable energy and second is non-renewable energy. Now in today's time, 85 to 90% of our energy requirement is getting fulfilled through non-renewable energy sources. Now, which are those sources? The first and foremost source is coal, second is petroleum, third is natural gas, and fourth is nuclear energy. So, out of this 90% of your energy sources, 70 to 80% has been fulfilled by coal. That means it's a thermal energy. Now we need to understand if we are creating our energy sources through this coal, petroleum or this natural gas, that means we are going to burn those things. And whenever we are going to burn those things, it will create smoke or carbon dioxide, and we cannot live with that carbon dioxide. So we are harming our environment or nature at the same context. So there is the need of renewable energy because renewable energy don't emit any carbon dioxide. So now what are the sources for this renewable energy? Number one source is solar, and second is wind, and third is hydroelectric. So now I just want to share a few data with you so that we can understand in a different way that why we have a need of these energy sources in a different categories. In present term, at the peak time, there is a requirement of 223 gigawatt of energy in a single month. And in the month of September, when there is a festive season comes, the consumption or the requirement of electricity or the requirement of the energy is gone up to 243 gigawatt. 1 gigawatt means 10 lakh kilowatt of energy. So that much of energy we require in a month, and we are expecting this energy capacity or this energy requirement to have 400 gigawatt by the year 2030. So if we need to generate 400 gigawatt by 2030, so we cannot be dependent on one source of energy or one format of the energy sources, that is renewable or non-renewable. So we need to understand every single month or every single day there is an increment demand for electricity or this energy. And the industry of this energy is growing by 8 to 9% every single year. And the requirement of energy or electricity capacity like this kilowatt or gigawatt capacity is increasing 8 to 9% every single day compared to the last year's same date. Means if today is 1 or first day of any month, so last year this month this date was having 8% less requirement of the electricity for the same kind of population. So we need to understand when an industry is growing by 8 to 9%, this is the fastest growing industry of the country, and this is something which is non-negotiable, and without that a single individual cannot sustain or live. So we need to understand electricity is the basic requirement for every single individual of our country. So now I want to make you understand that what kind of environmental damage we are doing when we are making this source of non-renewable energy. Now if I talk about the data and carbon dioxide emission rate, then coal is individually generating 820 kg of carbon dioxide per kilowatt of energy generation. Oil is generating 600 kg of carbon dioxide per kilowatt of electricity generation. And natural gas is generating 490 kg of carbon dioxide per kilowatt of electricity generation. These are the carbon dioxide emission rate per kilowatt of electricity generation, and we have a requirement of around 400 gigawatt of electricity by the year 2030. And 1 gigawatt is equal to 10 lakh kilowatt. That means 0.92 to 0.95 kg of carbon dioxide per kilowatt we are generating. And if we will be generating 400 gigawatt of energy through the thermal or non-renewable sources, then we are going to emit 38 crore kg of carbon dioxide for that. So will that be possible? And will that be sustainable? Or will that be livable for us like people? No, not possible. And there is the need of renewable energy sources, because these renewable energy sources don't emit any carbon dioxide. But is it possible to generate 400 gigawatt of energy from these renewable sources? That is also not possible. So we have to have certain equilibrium or certain percentage of both the sources. Now slowly we need to understand that how much renewable sources can be created in India. So now if I talk about renewable energy sources, then solar is the major contributor of that. And solar energy requires a lot of barren land. 1 gigawatt of solar energy creation requires 4.5 to 5 acre of land. And at your rooftop, if we go for a solar energy, then 3 kilowatt of energy required 300 square feet of area. So in our country, whosoever is having their own house, they can create this much of area to generate electricity requirements for them by giving the rooftop of 300 square feet to create 3 kilowatt of energy. But 1 gigawatt of energy is asking for 4.5 to 5 acre of land, and those land can be from the agriculture sources. So we need barren land. So how much of barren land is there in India so that we can create this much of gigawatt energy for our requirement to get fulfilled? There we need to understand. So there are a lot of research which is going on to reduce this land area to generate this much or maximum output of gigawatt energy. Because we all know electricity requirement is going to increase day by day. If I talk about your house, then whatever the electricity bill you are paying and whatever the units you were consuming last year, you are consuming at least more than 20% of that unit today. So if you as an individual is asking for 20% more of the electricity requirement, then think about 140 billion people. And that is the reason 8 to 9% incremental growth is happening every single day and every single month and every single year. And there is a need of these renewable energy sources. That is the reason today Adani, Tata, these kind of people, even Reliance, they are coming into this picture to generate electricity from these renewable sources. They have set up their solar energy plants and these kind of electricity and renewable electricity sources in different sectors and in different segments in our country. Today, Adani is a major player, Reliance is a major player, Tata is also entering into this business. Also, that Inox Wind, who were previously with wind energy, now they are also entering into the solar energy. Now there is a catch. As an individual, Government of India is also giving lot of subsidies so that you can be incentivized to generate electricity for your own. And there we need to understand how we can contribute to government or to this society or to this country in generation of renewable energy sources. You also can create this renewable energy for your own self, so that you should not be in a position to purchase power from somebody else. So why not to opt for that? So there are a lot of schemes, there are a lot of government schemes are available. I will be making those schemes available in the description box so that we can check that what are those schemes and how you can get benefited through those schemes. So please understand these renewable sources and please understand the government schemes to create this renewable energy for your own self as well. And just try to make this society a little bit better in terms of our environment, because today we all understand there are lot of natural calamities are happening, and that is because of these kind of chaos we have created over the period of time. So how to reduce those chaoses so that our agriculture sector will grow the same way it was previously, the normal weather we can expect in our society. So these are the things that we have our own responsibility to be in and to create. So this is few things about renewable energy and energy sources in layman's way to make you understand that how as an individual even we can contribute to the society. We can contribute for Government of India. We can contribute for ourselves and our families. And we can be a part to create a green energy as well. So please understand today's requirement. Please understand your importance for this society and act accordingly. So thank you very much for watching the channel, And please subscribe our channel so that you can have updates from our end, and also suggest us through the comment section that what kind of content you want to watch and what kind of things we can improve for ourselves. So thank you very much again, and signing it off.